Welcome back to English to Grow. In the last video, we looked at questions 1 to 5 from the TOEFL ITP Grammar Practice Test 1. Now we're going to continue. We're moving on to questions 6 through 15. Are you ready? Let's dive in and learn together.
Let's take a look at question 6 together. Scientists ask questions, make observations, and blank experiments to find answers. We've got a blank here, right? And we need to choose the best word to complete the sentence. So let's read it again, slowly. Scientists ask questions, make observations, and what? Now, before we jump to the answer, let's think about what kind of grammar this question is testing. This one is all about parallelism. Yep, that's a fancy word, but don't worry, it's actually pretty simple. Parallelism just means when we list things, we keep the same pattern, like matching socks or keeping the rhythm in a song. If we start with a verb, we keep using verbs. If we start with nouns, we stick with nouns. So let's look at the pattern here. Ask questions, that's a verb plus noun. Make observations, same thing, verb plus noun. So we need another verb plus noun to match, right? Let's check the choices. A, they do. That's a full sentence, not a matching verb. Doesn't fit. B, doing. That's an ing form, but the others are base verbs, not ing. C, to do. Sounds okay, but it breaks the pattern. D, do. That's the base verb, just like ask and make. So the correct answer is scientists ask questions, make observations, and do experiments. Nice and smooth. All three actions match. That's parallelism. Grammar point: parallelism or parallel structure. Parallelism helps us keep balance and rhythm in a sentence. It makes writing easier to read and easier to understand. More parallel structures you can teach in class. Let's look at a few more examples you can use in class. Number 1, parallel nouns. We admire her kindness, patience, and wisdom. Number 2, parallel adjectives. The temple was peaceful, sacred, and beautiful. Number 3, parallel infinitives. He wants to learn, to travel, and to teach. Number 4, parallel gerunds, the ing form. Reading, writing, and drawing are her favorite hobbies. And number 5, parallel clauses. She said that she would study hard, that she would help others, and that she would never give up. Tip: when you make a list in English, make it match. If you start with one kind of word, keep using that kind. It makes your sentence clear, smooth, and easy to understand.
Question 7. To blank the world is an incredible adventure filled with new experiences, cultures, and people. Correct answer, C, to travel. This exercise tests infinitives as subjects. All right, so we're starting a sentence with an action, something like traveling the world is amazing, but we need to choose the right form of the verb to make it sound natural and grammatically correct. Let's look at the choices. A, travel. Sounds like a command, not quite right for the subject of a sentence. B, the traveling of. That's awkward and too formal. C, to travel. Yes, that's the infinitive form, and it works perfectly as the subject. D, traveling in. Not wrong, but it adds in, which doesn't fit the meaning here. So the best choice is to travel the world is an incredible adventure. We're using to travel as the subject of the sentence. It's like saying brain point, grammar point. Infinitives as subjects. When we want to talk about an action as an idea, like traveling, learning, or helping, we can use the infinitive form, to plus verb. Examples: to learn a new language takes time. To help others is a noble goal. To read every day improves your thinking. This structure is great for formal writing, speeches, or scroll-style blessings. Tip: when you want to talk about an action as a big idea, like something meaningful or important, use to plus verb at the beginning. It turns the action into a subject, like a noun.
Question 8. For blank, belly fat is an unfortunate reality. Correct answer, D. Many women. This exercise tests quantifiers with countable nouns. Okay, so we're talking about a group of people, specifically women, and we want to say that belly fat is a problem for them. So we need a word that matches the noun women correctly. Let's look at the choices. A, for much women's. Two problems here. Much is for uncountable things, and women's isn't even a real word. B, for much women. Still not right. Much doesn't go with plural countable nouns like women. C, for many women's. Oops. Women's is incorrect. Women is already plural. D, for many women. Yes, that's the correct match. Many goes with plural countable nouns, and women is the proper plural form of woman. So the correct sentence is, for many women, belly fat is an unfortunate reality. Grammar point, quantifiers, many versus much. Let's break it down a little more. Use many with countable plural nouns, like books, students, women. Use much with uncountable nouns, like water, sugar, stress. And always double-check your plural forms. Tip: when you talk about things you can count, like people, books, or chairs, use many. When it's something you can't count, like water or sadness, use much. And always double-check your plural forms. Question 9. Scientists revealed the real reason blank when you soak in the bath. Correct answer, D. Why your fingers wrinkle. All right, so we're trying to explain a reason why something happens when you soak in the bath. Specifically, why your fingers get wrinkly. So we need a word that introduces a reason clause. Let's look at the choices. A, that's your fingers wrinkle. Not wrong, but it doesn't clearly show a reason. B, for your fingers wrinkle. Oops, that's not a complete structure. We'd need for your fingers to wrinkle. C, in which your fingers wrinkle. Sounds too formal and doesn't fit the meaning. D, why your fingers wrinkle. Yes, that's the one. It clearly introduces the reason. So the correct sentence is, scientists reveal the real reason why your fingers wrinkle when you soak in the bath. It's smooth, natural, and grammatically complete. Grammar point. Noun clauses with why. We use why to introduce a clause that explains a reason. It's part of a group called noun clauses, which act like nouns in a sentence. Common patterns are the reason why something happens, I don't know why she left, can you explain why it works? These clauses usually follow verbs like know, explain, reveal, understand, or ask. Tip: when you want to explain a reason, use why plus a full sentence. It helps your listener understand the cause clearly. Think of why as a bridge. It connects the question to the answer.
Question 10. When you're planning a vacation, the last thing you want to do is spend months blank for a trip by studying a new language. Correct answer, D, preparing. This exercise tests gerunds after time-related expressions. We're talking about spending time doing something, specifically preparing for a trip. And when we use the word spend, followed by a time word like months, we need to follow it with an ing verb, also called a gerund. Let's look at the choices. 1. To prepare? Sounds okay, but it doesn't follow the spend time pattern. 2. In preparing? Not wrong, but it adds an extra preposition that's not needed here. 3. For preparing? Again, adds a preposition that breaks the natural flow. And 4, preparing. Yes, that's the gerund form, and it fits perfectly after spend months. So the correct sentence is, spend months preparing for a trip. It's smooth, natural, and grammatically correct. Grammar point. Gerunds after spend time. When we talk about spending time doing something, we use the ing form of the verb. Common patterns: spend time studying, spend hours reading, spend years training. Formula: spend plus time plus verb ing. This structure is very common in spoken English and helps express effort or duration clearly. Here are some more verbs that follow this pattern. Spend time practicing, waste time worrying, catch someone cheating, keep students laughing, find monks chanting. Tip: when you use verbs like spend, waste, or catch, and you want to describe an action, use a noun or pronoun, then a verb with an ing. It paints a clear picture of what's happening.
Question 11. In this gallery, you'll find some of the leading causes of belly fat, as well as symptoms and blank. Correct answer, D, how to reduce it. This exercise tests infinitive noun phrases for purpose or instruction. All right, so we're listing things you'll find in a gallery: causes, symptoms, and what. We're looking for a phrase that tells us how to fix or deal with belly fat. That means we need a structure that introduces a method or instruction. Let's look at the choices. A, how do you reduce them? That's a question form, but we're not asking, we're listing. B, how do you reduce it? Same problem, it's a question, not a phrase. C, how you reduce them. Getting closer, but it's not smooth or natural in this context. D, how to reduce it. Yes, that's the correct structure. It's clear, direct, and fits the pattern. So the full sentence becomes, you'll find causes, symptoms, and how to reduce it. It's smooth, informative, and grammatically complete. Grammar point: how to plus verb for instructions or methods. This structure is super useful when we want to describe how something is done, especially in lists, guides, or teaching materials. Examples: let me show you how to chant with clarity. We discussed how to share merit respectfully. The scroll explains how to prepare for the ceremony. Formula: how to plus base verb plus object optional. This is not a question. It's a noun phrase that acts like a thing you can find, learn, or teach. Tip: when you want to describe a method or give instructions, use how to plus verb. It's not a question, it's a phrase that tells someone what to do. Now, we're going to learn more about such a structure. Question word plus to do is called embedded questions with infinitives. Formula: question word plus to plus base verb. We use it when we're talking about what to do, how to say something, where to go, when to start, who to ask, or which one to choose. These are not questions. They're noun phrases that act like objects or ideas. Common patterns and examples. A, what to do. I don't know what to do next. Can you show me what to do in an emergency? B, how to do. She explained how to chant with clarity. We learned how to share merit respectfully. C, where to go. He asked where to go during the ceremony. I'm not sure where to go for help. D, when to start. Do you know when to start the blessing? They told us when to start the scroll reading. E, who to ask. I wasn't sure who to ask about the Vinaya rules. She knew exactly who to ask for guidance. F, which one to choose. It's hard to decide which one to choose. The teacher explained which chant to choose for the ritual. Tip: when you want to talk about a question as an idea, not ask it, use question word plus to plus verb. It's like holding the question gently in your hand, not throwing it into the air.
Question 12. Bolsonaro had already gone to the hospital on Sunday to have the skin lesions blink. Correct answer, D. Removed and tested. This exercise tests passive causative structures. Now, let's analyze. All right, so we're talking about someone going to the hospital not to do something themselves, but to have something done. That's a special structure in English called the causative, and when the object is being acted on, we use the passive causative. Let's look at the choices. A, to be removed and tested. Not wrong, but it's more formal and doesn't match the natural spoken flow here. B, being removed and tested. Sounds like it's happening right now. Not quite right for this sentence. C, removing and testing. Oops, that makes it sound like the lesions are doing the action. D, removed and tested. Yes, that's the passive form. It shows that the lesions were acted upon, so the full sentence becomes, to have the skin lesions removed and tested. It's smooth, natural, and grammatically correct. Grammar point. Passive causative, have, object, past participle. We use this structure when someone arranges for something to be done by someone else. Examples: she had her hair cut yesterday. We had the scrolls translated by the elders. He had the classroom cleaned before the ceremony. Formula: have plus object plus past participle. This is different from doing the action yourself. It's about getting it done. Tip: when you arrange for someone else to do something, use have plus object plus past participle. It shows the object is being acted on, not doing the action. Structure 1. Get, have, object, past participle. This is called the passive causative. We use it when someone arranges for something to be done to an object, often by someone else. Examples: I had my hair cut yesterday. She got her phone fixed at the shop. We had the scrolls translated by the elders. He had the classroom cleaned before the ceremony. Formula: have plus object plus past participle. Spoken style explanation. So you're not doing the action yourself, you're making sure it gets done. You're the organizer, not the doer. Tip: when you want to say something was done for you or to something you own, use have or get plus the object, then the past participle. It's like saying, I arranged it. Structure 2. Get, have, someone, base verb. This is the active causative. We use it when someone makes or asks another person to do something. Examples: I had the students write their own chants. She got the monks to recite the Vinaya rules. We had the technician fix the microphone. He got his friend to help with the scroll layout. 2 forms: have plus person plus base verb, more formal or direct. Get plus person plus to verb, more casual or persuasive. Spoken style explanation. So you're not just arranging, you're involving someone. You're asking or persuading them to do the action. Tip: when you want someone else to do something, use have plus person plus verb or get plus person to verb. It shows who's doing the action and who's making it happen.
Question 13. He added that many displaced families blank home. Correct answer is D, have yet to return. This exercise tests formal expressions of delay using have yet to plus verb. All right, so we're talking about families who haven't gone back home yet.
We want to express that the action still hasn't happened, but might happen in the future. That's where the phrase have yet to return comes in. It's formal, clear, and emotionally respectful. Let's look at the choices. A, have not yet to return. Oops, that's not a valid structure. Have not yet to doesn't work. B, have yet to have returned. Too complicated and awkward. C, have not returned yet. Okay, this is grammatically correct, but it's more casual. D, have yet to return. Yes, this is the most natural and formal choice for this sentence. So the full sentence becomes, he added that many displaced families have yet to return home. It's smooth, respectful, and grammatically complete. Grammar point, have yet to plus verb. This structure is used to say that something hasn't happened yet, but might happen soon or is expected to or hoped for. Examples. The monks have yet to arrive at the ceremony. We have yet to finish the scroll translation. She has yet to speak with the elders. Formula. Have has plus yet plus base verb. It's more formal than haven't done it yet, and often used in writing, news, or respectful speech. Tip: when you want to say something hasn't happened yet, but might happen soon, use have yet to plus verb. It's formal, clear, and gentle. Now, let's learn some more structures about yet. Core structure, present perfect plus yet, negative. The basic idea is subject plus have or has plus not plus past participle plus yet. This tells us the action hasn't happened, but we expect it might happen soon. Common forms of yet in negative present perfect. 1. Have has not plus past participle. I have not finished yet. She has not arrived yet. We haven't eaten yet. 2. Have yet to plus base verb. This is more formal and poetic, often used in writing, news, or respectful speech. He has yet to return. The monks have yet to begin the chant. We have yet to decide on the scroll title. 3. Have has not yet plus past participle. This is slightly more formal than placing yet at the end. She has not yet spoken to the elders. I have not yet completed the scroll. They have not yet received the blessing. Tip: when you want to say something hasn't happened yet, but might happen soon, use yet with the present perfect. Choose the form that matches your tone, casual, formal, or poetic.
Question 14. It was the first time he blank to have coffee at midnight. Correct answer, B, had gone. This exercise tests past perfect tense for first-time experiences. All right, so we're talking about a moment in the past. It was the first time. That's a classic signal for using the past perfect tense because we're describing something that happened before another past moment. Let's look at the choices. A, went. That's simple past, but we need something that shows it happened before it was. B, had gone. Yes, that's past perfect. It fits perfectly with the first time. C, would have gone. Too conditional. Doesn't match the meaning here. D, go. Not correct. That's present tense. So the full sentence becomes, it was the first time he had gone to have coffee at midnight. It's smooth, natural, and grammatically complete. Brain point. Past perfect for first-time events. We often use past perfect after phrases like, it was the first time, it was the only time, it was the last time, because we're talking about something that happened before another past moment. Examples: it was the first time she had spoken in public. That was the only time they had visited the temple. It was the last time I had seen him. Formula: had plus past participle. Tip: when you say it was the first time, use had plus verb to show the action happened earlier. It's like looking back at a memory inside a memory.
Question 15. What if you had a device that could instantly translate your speech blank, allowing you to communicate effortlessly with locals no matter where you are? Correct answer, D, into any language. Boost. This exercise tests prepositions with translate. All right, so we're imagining a device that changes your speech from one language into another. That's the key idea. Transformation, not just direction. And when we talk about changing something from one form to another, we use the preposition into. Let's look at the choices. 1. To any language. Sounds like direction, but not transformation. 2. To any languages. Same issue, and plural makes it clunky. 3. Into any languages. Grammatically okay, but plural feels awkward here. 4. Into any language. Yes, that's the smoothest and most natural choice. So the full sentence becomes, translate your speech into any language. It's clear, elegant, and grammatically correct. Grammar point. Translate into for transformation. We use translate into when we're talking about changing speech, text, or meaning from one language to another. Oh, examples. The scrolla was translated into Khmer. She translated the blessing into English. We translated the chant into a child-friendly version. Formula. Translate plus object plus into. Kip? When you talk about changing one thing into another, especially languages, use translate into. It shows transformation, not just movement.